are two things. Not those things.
Are we live?
Yes, we are now live.
Oh, hello, everyone. Hi.
Would you like to
I'm a
explain
happy-go-lucky hellspawn.
Dragor?
Yeah, I can
Go
speak and
ahead and
explain while you're
explain
getting
while I
stuff
get all
together.
this stuff just happening. We're mostly ready to start, but as you explain, you explain how the game works, but the links for submitting answers and the links for following along with the story, should it be hard to read or anything, are going to be in the secondary chat. So feel free to share those in my Twitch chat. !Scribbles will get you the links to that already. And Dragger, you have the link that you
Let's
need.
try that. Okay, so I just did, and everyone sees the response from the bot. So if you are already in the Iggy Twitch chat and listening to this, you can see what I just typed. Hooray. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I decided to make fries in the middle of the day to de-stress. I don't know if that was a good idea or not.
Oh, don't even de-stress. I tried that today. That didn't go so well.
Well, I decided holding a knife was good for me. So, you know. Is my feed working? Did I just break? Because I'm watching myself and I
I
stopped
think you
moving.
froze. Yeah, you stopped moving, but you're still
Did
here.
my video freeze?
I think the video froze.
Okay, I'm going to stop the virtual camera, and then I'm going to start the virtual camera.
Okay.
And then I'm moving on my end.
This is what I can do. I can You are moving again, so let's try this.
Yay. There we go.
Yeah, you're moving. Yeah, it just had to pick up on the. I'm watching. No one understands what's actually. I should take a picture and just share it with everyone. Like everyone wonders, like, how do any of these events that you're doing actually work? I have one monitor. The other monitor is not in this room, but this one monitor has so many things on it, and there's like 4 copies of the stream I just see. So anyone I see is desynced. So whenever you say, "Tell me if it's working," and you just fix something, half of them probably don't work still. But all right.
So, the way this game works, the opening line is on the screen. It was a dark and stormy night. Notice there is no comma or period there. It is a pure sentence fragment. And then folks using that submit next line form for each round can submit the next line. You can just finish that sentence. You can finish that sentence and add about one more. We don't want full paragraphs, but you can put a little bit of like compound sentence structure into it if you like. And then we all vote on which one we want to actually be the next sentence of the story. And then we iterate on that. So we submit and vote on the next sentence until we get about 2 paragraphs worth of material. Then at the very end, so we will announce this will be the last sentence. Then the last thing we submit and vote on is the moral of the story. That's where you. Well, all right. In theory, we're supposed to put a nice bow tie on it and, learn a valuable lesson for our efforts. I can
Right.
assure you that has not happened yet.
But yes, we'll let you know when we're getting towards the end. Basically, when we get towards time, we'll say what's like 1 or 2 lines left in the story, and then we're up with the story. And there's a moral. The story's over. What's the moral of the story? And I guess someone wins, but you all win because you're all here and you're being creative. So with that, if you'd like to take a stab at it, basically the way I'm going to do it is you have the form there. I'm going to keep an eye on both the secondary chat in the Discord, but you won't see the Discord chat on the stream down below. That's my Twitch chat. But I'm going to try to keep an eye on both of those chats. Feel free to submit what you want, however you want to continue the story. It always starts with a dark and stormy night. Continue that sentence however you like. Give it a, you can write a sentence fragment. You can write a couple sentences. Try not to go longer than like a couple lines. But you don't have to finish those 2 lines. You can leave them off anywhere you want. Remember, any kind of weird punctuation, grammar, or whatever, we chose the great Google because they have the same character set for both the form and this thing. So hopefully anything you try to submit as an answer will work correctly in both of these. I know we've had times in the past where Alt F4 was a thing.
Hey, Iggy.
Yes.
I submitted something.
Well, I can see it. I gave you the access to the doc. Yeah, so we can see all your answers. And basically, once you have a few answers, we'll give you a minute or 2 to write. And then we'll call it. And then basically, we will display. That was the other thing I needed to do, was display on screen what the what answers we're going with. And we will vote. And what I will ask you to do is I will put a number next to each of the answers in chat as to how to continue the story. And I will just ask chat, try to vote only once, but just say the number of your answer in chat. Either chat, whichever one you're in, and we'll just take the one that seems to have the popular choice. Delete this. I'm glad I deleted that before I deleted the answer. No one else has any idea what we're talking about, Dragger. That was just me doing what I'm doing. What I will do is capture
I just found out that apparently our charity donation link is U.S. and Canada country locked, and we have some other international folks who are joining us for FURSQUARED Online wanting to donate and can't. So if any of you all are listening to this, I have forwarded that to the charity. They are the ones that are in control of that link. And stay tuned. We will figure out something. We will enable you to give us your money so it goes to Hawes.
That's like the worst problem to have. I'm trying to give you something. But it's just not gonna let me. All right, we have good.
Oh, I was gonna say, I like Dollar Shave Club, and there was a weird issue that was happening. They're the only maker that makes blades where I can shave my head with it. And I was at their tech support, and they're like, well, what about this? And I'm like, I don't want that. I want these things. I want to give you money for these things. Please help me give you money for these things.
All right.
They did, so to their credit.
I have 6 answers, so I'm going to put them up on the board. I know there's a bunch. I'm going to number them. We'll see how bad this is when I copy and paste it. Well, that's not going to work. We need to make them a little bit smaller. I will read them so that everyone knows what they are, but that's a little bit too big of a font for what we're able to display here. Oh, word wrap. Stop. Just stop. I think that works. All right. I can go a little bit bigger. Let me know if the font's too small, and I can make it bigger, folks. I'm going to number these, and then I'm going to read them off. I'm glad I sat down for this. Where is the... I know what's in here. Oh, that is the answer. Oh, okay. And... 5.
Dude.
Okay. Alright, that looks readable, but again, let me know if that's not working. Alright, so the first, it was a dark and stormy night, and the number 1 is a furry walked out of the darkness. Number 2 is, in that weird corner of the internet, it smells weird, and we don't even have smell-o-vision enabled. 3, this is, make sure I have this correctly. It was a dark and stormy night, comma, dude. It was a dark and stormy night. Number 4, it was dark and stormy night, and the speakeasy was bustling. The cats were thirsty, and the dames were feisty. Number 5, it was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. Number 6, it was a dark and stormy night, and in the furry graveyard, oh no, why am I here? Said. So go ahead and either chat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Just type that number in chat, and we will take the polling based on that. I'll give you a few seconds to pick the one you like the best. Oh, hi, Kabuki. Shally. The banana box. The Mangler Goldener. All right, a few more seconds to get in a vote. I don't know how bad the lag is, so I'm just going to be a little bit generous. Are you voting for your own?
No. You don't know which one was mine.
That's true. I actually have no idea. I didn't copy that part.
Oh, people are voting in both the Twitch and main events.
They are, and that is, I have both of them up. If you do not, well, that's your own problem.
I am on a 720p monitor. That is all I could scrounge up here.
Would you like to? Are you still going to be the scribe for this? I have everything in front of me, so it's easier for me to just flip it over. But it looks like I think I'm going to call it there, and I'm going to go with number 5 as our Foxish Badger has come in with the 6. You know what that means? We have 3 votes for 6, And 3 votes for 5. That means it's a tie. And ties mean number 5 wins because it's the longest, has the most characters in it. Because apparently that's the way the rules work. All right, so we're going to copy and paste this into the thing. Oh, were you going to be the scribe, or should I be the scribe?
I don't have access to the form entries, so.
Yeah, you do. I gave it to you. Oh, yeah, I did.
Where'd you send me this?
Oh, this is
Sorry,
fun.
y'all.
No, it's fine. I'm just resharing you on it, so you. Whoops, I'm resharing it so you have it, but I'll just put this one in.
Oh, did it email me? And I'm.
Yeah, it
not
sends you a
looking at the right
notification.
thing?
It's in your
Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Gosh darn.
y'all.
Why? When are you being like nice about? You were so bad earlier. You were bad.
Well,
It
what do you
was
want
a dark
from
and
me?
stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. So, all right, so that is the next line in the story. So, from there, go ahead. It doesn't matter if you submitted in the last one as well, but I'm gonna cut it off when there's like 5 or 6 answers or so. I think we have like 10 people here or so. So if you get an answer in the next couple of minutes, we'll read it. But obviously, if like 20, I'm not gonna be able to put 20 answers up on the thing. Alrighty, and I'm gonna clear this out. And again, of course, there are no wrong answers on this show. It is a creative exercise, and it is a community effort. Oh, congratulations, Fire King, with the win on that one. No more stream oddities. Like Space Oddities, Space Odyssey, Stream Odyssey. I'm so afraid to touch any of these windows because I feel anytime I click something, everything will come crashing down. You don't know what happened
I think
there,
I
did
can
you?
scribe now.
Yay!
Why are both of these like that?
I just want to hear...
Firefox is garbage. Wow.
You don't want to know how much of this stream is currently running on Firefox. It only crashes sometimes. My Firefox was using up 20 gigabytes of stuff. All right, I'll give you a few more seconds to wrap up your answers. I already have about 4 of them in there, so I like Firefox a lot too. I really wish there was a really nice privacy internet answer that isn't run by Megacorp Google. Oh, that's a cute one. I didn't know they had emotes for I'm assuming that is straight up. Oh, it's just Vox. It kind of looks like the Firefox with the fire. All right, I have enough answers, so I'm gonna cut it off there. If you have one, hit submit. This is your last chance. I'm copying them over. If I was really smart, I would have had it automatically put in the line breaks, but I'm not that smart, so. I have to find where the line breaks are. You have no idea. The gangster can. Okay, I found my line break. All right. So here are your answers. So far it was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. Iggy and Dragor in particular. That was number 1. Number 2. He loaded up his station wagon and headed to the local Culver's.
I miss Culver's.
I
really
do. Ours
do.
over here is not very good. It's like the worst Culver's I've ever been to. It's not. I mean, it's still better than other fast food, right? But at any rate, number 3. It was dark and stormy night, and I can't see the rest of it. Dark and stormy night. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. The gangster cat, the flapper dog, and the barkeep. We don't know what he is. Number 4. But another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Number 5. Bob Belcher being among the first. The Borglers must be stopped. Number 6. The resulting odor cloud was so bad his social status went down to rock bottom. Go ahead and in the chat, I'm trying to make it so we can see the story as well. I'll move this up a little bit. So this will kind of work. I'll keep moving it around. But those are your answers in chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Vote for your favorite. How are we going to continue the story from he decided to cause some stink for other individuals? This Bob the Unicorn person. Or furry or something, or animal. Oh, there's Nikolai. How you doing? The other Nikolai. So I got a few votes all around. Looks like I love the Roman numerals, Foxy. I love it. So right now we have a tie.
I am back.
Oh, well, you were gone? Oh, I'm getting too good at filling time.
There is no such thing as being too good at filling time. What the heck is that
I literally
crap?
just had a conversation thinking that you were here the whole time, just going, and
I mean, I was here. I just wasn't paying any attention whatsoever.
Oh, that's normal. No, everyone does that to me. I like that it's like a dark and stormy night here too, because it was a nice day and I had the windows open, and now it's getting dark, so I'm turning the light on.
Yeah, you've got the mood. I appear to be frozen in Discord again. I don't know what's up with that. Wait, I'm frozen to you?
Yeah, you're frozen again.
Because to me, I am...
Oh, your thing is just dead. Now it's moving again.
Yeah, I turned off my camera and shared it again, so Discord can eat a whole bowl of bees.
It looks like the dancer with our answer... Did you see that in chat?
Wait, what?
Who made your face rig? It looks like 4 is our winner.
Froze again. With my eyes blinked and mouth open, just like in real life, it freeze frames on the worst possible. It is. I can find their Telegram handles. I don't immediately remember. It's Nadir and shoot.
Can we still see it at this size? I think we're good. Yeah, we can still see that.
Let me get their Twitter.
While you're pulling that up, go ahead. I'm putting a mark in my sheet. I'll read the story in a second, but feel free to submit once you have another answer. I'm opening up the submissions again. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. We have a unicorn battle going on. Take a few minutes. Go ahead and submit how you would think the story should continue. There are no wrong answers. Wow, that is a great freeze frame, Dragger. I love it. Well,
hey, if my audio is still coming through, that's all that matters to me.
That is true.
I'm moving again and frozen.
Yeah, it seems to. Is like
your computer taxed?
No, not at all. But what I will do is change the. Oh, now I just I lost you because you dropped.
I did?
Okay, I undropped you. I don't know what's happening with you.
It's possible internet at Dragget House is having trouble.
Well, I can hear you, and your freeze frame is what I think we're going to work with here. There have been issues with the computer, but that... So what's funny is I have another copy of exactly the same computer as the computer behind me that got RMA'd because there was something very wrong with its battery.
There sure was. You were sharing that tech horror story.
That was a great horror story, and if we could do it in person, oh my goodness.
Ooh.
I spent like 2 weeks dealing with tech support on a gaming rig that it has a beast it is a beast everything. It could probably run the streaming content if I had the internet with the out bandwidth to do that. That's how strong this computer is. However, it also failed to the fact that it had a battery energy problem where it just continuously... basically, if someone was physically pulling the battery out of the machine and shoving it back in, and having the computer figure that one out while it's like changing all the power modes at once because Windows is freaking out. Yeah, that kind of problem. And they were like, nah, it's probably software. No, it definitely was not software. And they, yeah. But they were like, well, you've had it like, too long. And I'm like, well, I kind of have an office. I kind of need a working machine. And just for downtime reasons, I'm like, I need another machine right now. So we're running on exactly the same hardware, but it's a completely different machine. Oh, my taxes this year are going to be great, man. All right, we have a bunch of answers. I'm going to get those. I'm going to cut it off there and get them up. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a Discord problem with some of the face rig stuff. I don't know. Because it seems to work for people unless they're using Discord. All right. Numbering all the answers for y'all. Wow, there are a lot of answers. Good stuff. Good stuff. Suddenly, all right. I have 7 answers. 7 answers with our answers. Gotta pull this up. All right. So the story so far is it was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Number 1, Jack, the dark unicorn, drove up with his posse of mobsters smoking a cigar. Number 2, Flebbery the unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing borglers. Number 3, Renee the unicorn had just arrived at the restaurant with a suitcase full of eggs. Number 4, Zombicorn emerged from the grave and was thirsty for blood. That thing. Yes, the O emoji. Number 5. Suddenly, a voice thundered from the heavens above. Let's get ready to rumble! Number 6. Terror the unicorn of pure darkness laughed at Bob and interfered, proclaiming, Ha! How lame! With the power of darkness, this world will be mine. Your farts can't stop me. Number 7. The great and powerful Trixie was back from her bi-weekly Villains Anonymous meeting and was looking to violently decompress, and no pony was going to stop her this time. All right, in either chat, go ahead and vote for your answer. I'll just say vote so I just know where the cutoff is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. See, are you still frozen? You're not frozen for me in Discord. I don't know why. It might just be that this. Oh, now you're working again. I know what happened. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna slide. Oh. I'm gonna slide you down on that second monitor I don't have. All right, we have votes coming in. Oh, we have. Oh, okay. Denim is getting denim and what? Denim and Venom. What a name! Denim and Venom getting in there with the Roman numeral 7. And right now it looks like we have kind of a big tie. If you're holding back your vote, this is the time you can break this tie. Oh, there we go. All right, I think I'm going to call it there. Number 2 is going to be the winner on this one, which was Flebbery the unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burglars stealing borglers. Okay. Do you have that one, Dragger, or am I still adding them?
If you can, I'm.
Okay.
There are several. The charity is asking me for things, and okay, I have to respond to that one.
All right. So
I'm just set dressing here. Sorry.
It's all right. We already hustled you earlier. You've done your job.
My job doesn't end.
All right, I'm going to dump this, and I will read this off. So I have set up the doc again. You can submit when you're ready. I will read the story as we're going here. Wow, the spell. We're going to fix that spell check. That is not spelled wrong. That is canon. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flebbery the unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing borglers. I'm sorry. Add borglers to dictionary, because that has been now enshrined as one of our... That is very correct. Well, I need to know if we do not spell it borglers in the future. I just appreciate that when we had masturbation last night, I was able to make a reference to Demolition Man that was relevant.
I love that movie.
We were talking about Bleach and pH, and for some reason Alkali mentioned Pizza Hut, and I'm like, I'm taking this one.
Yeah, and y'all managed to make our interpreters sign some interesting things that won't be repeated here.
No, it will not be repeated.
I was able to listen when you and Alkali both got that last one incredibly wrong and made it about Bitcoin.
Well, there's a difference between attempting to make something funny for the sake of it. See, I realized like halfway through my answer, I'm like, I don't know how much it's about winning, but like, if I don't try to do something funny with this, everyone's gonna think I'm a nerd, and that's not gonna be good.
Oh, Iggy. Oh, innocent Iggy. Are you just learning now that they think we're nerds?
Look, I didn't want to start talking about how adversarial hearings and trustee relationships, and basically anytime you deal with trustees in your life, it generally sucks really bad. None of them are to be trusted.
Are you conveniently forgetting when you were GOH and wearing your red velvet jacket, Bob Dylaning your way during the super sponsor dinner? They know we're nerds.
Well,
Yeah.
you better watch out. There's
You
a
did
guitar
that.
behind me, and we're technically not on the main stream, and technically Twitch allows what I would do. We're not doing that. That's not happening.
Okay, I have distracted enough. I believe we're at the next spot for this panel. At least I hope
The
so.
next stop for this panel.
The next spot.
What is the spot?
I don't know. I'm saying words.
Oh, I have the fan running. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to die in here, y'all. With all these studio lights. These hot studio lights.
All right.
All right, I think we have
and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to use some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglars.
All right, and your answers are number 1. The Borglars pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can borgle any burger's borgle. Number 2. He exclaimed with an evil smile, "No, Bob, you ain't farting around here no more. Instead, I'm going to destroy this world and you will be the first to fall. Borglars, seize him!" 3. Your mushroom and Swiss burger is mine now, Flubbery proclaimed. 4. Under the reign of the Dark Lord Hamburglar, Flubbery and the pack flew through the storm to the local Five Guys. 5. You fool, Bob! You'll never stop my burger stealing scheme, especially not with your shenanigans. All right, in chat, you started the voting. I got yours, but I'm putting something in chat just so I know where the break is if no one's saying anything besides votes. All right, go ahead and vote for your favorite and how you would like to continue the story.
The other answers were facing an uphill battle because my desire to have you read that first one over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm seeing how I got through it the first time.
You did, and I'm hoping that was like your lucky 20 roll, and the rest are going to be fun.
I think one, it looks like one is leading here with about 6 votes. And I think the next closest has about 2 or 3. Seeing no more flood of votes. So, oh no, this is, oh, did we get enough? 1, 2, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's tied on this side. Oh no, one has too many votes. One has like 7 votes. It's 1. I will add it. Remember, you do not have to finish the sentence. You don't have to write full sentences. You can leave it. You can write half of what you wrote and just stop there and see what happens.
You can make it like the Florida Gore v. Bush election and have some hanging chads.
Bad memories. Bad memories of fashion brands that don't exist anymore. If you got that joke, you're a nerd.
We've established this, Iggy.
All right, I've opened up the polling again. You can submit. You can submit how you would like to continue the story. I'm going to either make this a little bit smaller or start to move it up a little bit. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flebbery the unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they could Borgle any burgers Borgle.
I demand you have to read that faster next time.
Would you just submit the same thing just to get me to try to trip me up? Please don't do that. Someone will do that.
Have an idea.
I'm just trying to keep the stream from crashing. That's all I'm here for. I'd be writing answers, but I'm just trying to keep if I open up any more tabs, it's gonna be a bad time. Yep, if you wish to follow along or you're on a small screen or something and wish to see, I'm going to repost this again in the Discord chat as well. That is the submission form, as well as you can follow along with the doc as it builds. But I'm trying to show as much of it as I can, but when we get a little bit longer, I'm probably going to shove the beginning of the story up a little bit so you can see the most relevant piece where to continue from. All right, few more seconds. I'll give you about 30 seconds to submit if you're about halfway there. Oh no. I saw that. All right. Unless you hit submit right now, I'm good. I'm taking what I got. Yeah, I saw that.
It's not good though. I'm actually ashamed.
Whatever it is, yeah, you probably. I can assure you that your requisite level of shame is not high enough. All right, I'm gonna put the answers up. It was a dark and stormy night. Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. But another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flebbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burgers Borgle. Number 1. Bergdiggle, Borgle, Borgle, Biggle, Borgly, Borgdy, Doo. Borgy Doo. I almost got Borgy Boo. Wow. Number 2, Bob called out, "What are you doing here? You know the nearest Culver's is 1.5 miles away." 3, Bob, no longer in a mischievous mood, stands a stand and shows his shrink ray. Flebbery responded with, open quote, 4, "We have come to add your Borgle and Burger likenesses to our own. Resistance is flavorful."
Ooh, tasty.
Wow. 5, "Fire!" shouted Flebbery. "Oh, no, you don't!" exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. 6,
Ooh.
Borgling burgers is borderline based, but only because basting Borgled burgers before Borgulating them brings twice Borgled bonus. Vote for the answer that you would like to continue the story with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I feel I'm not allowed to vote in this one because I have a feeling I know what's about to happen. Yeah.
I'm torn.
I see
Should
the
I ever
front
get
runner.
free time? I want to build a ranked choice voting version of this.
Oh dear. So should it be the game that, like, the one that gets the second most votes? That'd be an interesting game to play. I'd actually be curious what would happen if we ever did that. But, like, you can't know that you're trying to get the one that's the second most. Like, it would have to be like a private ballot system. It looks like the winner is, I got 3 for 5. I have 3 for 6. Not the Roman numerals are taking over. And I have 3 for 4. I have a 3-way tie. If you haven't voted, this is your chance to affect the outcome of this story. Oh, I think we got our... Is that another 5? Nope. We're still on the same number of 5s. All right, if I don't see another vote, I'm gonna take the tie and break the tie. This is
Yeah, you
wow.
are the tiebreaker. You do get to pick with whatever metric you like.
Well, the metric I go by the rule book. The rule book is we take the one that is the longest answer, and that would be number 5. And I will take
Yeah, it's the one I voted for. Although I
some,
appreciate everyone who voted for 6.
in some grotesque telling of this game, when you play for points and winning, I guess the idea is the longer answer we thought was somehow thought out more. I don't know. Oh no, did we respell Borglers? Oh, we got to add these to the dictionary. Hang on. And there we go. All right. It was, I don't know if you can see. Okay, take that off. All right. Oh, I'm just scrolling, so that's perfect. You can all see, and I'll just make sure I'm at the bottom. All right. Putting a line in. So I'm going to read this, but you can go ahead and start submitting your next line. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flebbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burgers Borgle. Fire! Shouted Flebbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. How would you continue the story from there? Hey, Biba, how's it going? Oh dear, that is a great submission. I don't know if it's gonna win, but I like it because I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, Biba, you usually don't see me do the furry stuff. This is part of FURSQUARED's event this weekend, and that's all the things that are happening right now. We're writing a story via audience popular vote and audience submission, and my bot just got flood protection. That was cool. Oh, if you accidentally submit a blank line by accident, no worries, just refresh and just submit something else. Unless that was intentional. Now I have to think. Oh dear. It could be the infamous center screen wipe. What did I do with the submission page? That is not it. This one. All right. Wrap up next few seconds, if you would, wrap up your submission. I'm going to take them. See a few more popping in there. A few more seconds, and I'm going to close it. That one just came in. That's the last one. I'm going to cut it off there. So now I have like 8. Oh, I have a whole bunch. That's okay. We'll go through them. I think I have all of them in the correct order. There are 9 submissions. 3, 7, 8, 9. I believe I have 9 submissions. Somebody stop me if I screw up your submission, but I think I have them all correct. Yes, I do. Okay. I'll get my chats up. And get this up. Bam. These are long, so I'm going to end up scrolling through these. All right. So, it was a dark and stormy night. I'm just going to abbreviate to the end of the story. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. Number 1. Bween! 2 is a blank line. 3. You Borgled your last burger, Borgler scum. 4. However, Flebbery had a backup plan, holding up a stone that negates the power of the laser horn. 5. Just the... Everything froze. Darkness consumed all. Only the words "to be continued" in bright blue font remained in the universe. 6. The bright light woke up the bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. Open quote. 7. The entire world lit up before fading to black. Suddenly Bob heard a voice. Hey you, you're finally awake. 8. Suddenly the burghers all proclaimed, your war for us is over. No longer will we endure the oppression of the exploitations by unicorn slave masters. And 9. Suddenly the voice of a young Dennis Quaid is heard. Settle your differences. It's okay to like ketchup on a hot dog. Was that you?
What do you want from me?
All right, in chat.
Sounds like you're on my frequency, Iggy.
I don't know. I don't know, Kenneth. I don't want to be shoved into the back of a taxi and asked what the frequency is. You know, that's what the REM song's about, right? It's just some guy that they tried to kidnap. It's like, what's the frequency? They were like some conspiracy theorists.
No, I'm talking about the movie Frequency with Jim Caviezel and Dennis Quaid.
Oh.
And they talk to each other through time, through a ham radio and an Aurora.
Can I be in the movie Contact? Because I just want to spend all the Earth's money on something, and I don't want it to be a Futurama episode. Twice! They do it twice, and just some guy. It's just, you know, I got a telescope thing on the other side of the planet, you know. I gotta see a lot of 6s. I think 6 is our winner. Bunch of votes for 7. 6 is the winner. That is the Ronald McDonald answer.
The number of the beast.
Oh dear. All right. I'm going to clear off my document here. I'm going to let you know. Okay, I've made a mark so I know that any submissions are for the next round. So if you know what you're going to submit, go ahead and start writing. If anyone's trying to submit and hasn't had a chance to get something in, let me know and I'll make sure that you can get in. But I think everyone's had a fair shot. You get a good amount of time, but some people are slower at typing or have different setups going on. But all right, it was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. But another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burger's Borgle. Fire! Shouted Flubbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. Open quote. I think it's important to remember the open quote. Otherwise, this might get weird. I'm just going to put a dash here that we know that the voting was closed out on those. Thank you again, everyone, for your participation and votes. We can't do a panel like this without a wonderfully interactive audience. I have to stare at this Dennis Quaid answer. Keep in mind later, I forget what time it's at, but I am doing a trivia night, which will probably is going to be on this stream, but it will be through Discord just like we are now. And it's basically a trivia game show where you spam things in chat thinking that you have the answer. Whatever I had is no longer around. Okay, I closed whatever it was I was looking for. It's gone. I got one answer in. Keep those answers coming. At least I figured out how to unbreak your Discord thing. That's cool. You're just moving around now. Where are you anyways? Are you in some type of mortuary? Where are you?
That is, the image isn't great. It's one of the speakeasy images. Xander
Oh, okay,
found.
cool. I'm looking at it at a... It's not very big for me. I just... You went all out, so I had to know where we are. You went all out earlier with the golf course that I had to know exactly where we were.
Yeah, I'm more impressed with the background I did for that one.
I'm just impressed I got UFO twice. That was great.
Oh. But you know how to RNG hack that, don't you?
I'm not telling. Does a hustler reveal their secrets?
Yeah, when they're tied to a chair and are threatened with the hammer.
You know, I watched Casino again this week while writing all of the stuff for. I love that movie. All right, few more seconds. I have 5 answers in, so wrap up what you got. But since we're moving at a pretty good lick, I mean, if you have an answer, we can go through like 6 answers, but the votes are all over, so you gotta be careful where you vote. All right, few more seconds. What was really funny, it was on MTV2, which, if you're not familiar with the movie Casino with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro, they swear a lot. And they actually had them re-record basically all their lines from the film, which they swear, which is all of them, with just silly things that are so dubbed badly that it just makes the thing look like a comical farce. All right. I think everyone's had a chance to get in.
The real question is, Iggy,
Yes.
have you ever had to go find a stranger in the Alps?
I haven't seen that movie in a while. I need to see that movie again. My favorite thing about the Coen brothers, now Coen sisters, is they love movies, but they make films. That's the one film snobbery comment I'm allowed today. But you have to agree
for me on that one.
You have to agree. All right. So I'm just going to read the end of the story currently. It is, "Oh no, you don't!" exclaimed Bob as he fired the bright light woke up. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch, open quote. So with the open quotation mark, we go to number 1. "You're stealing burgers. I invented that." 2, "Frick this. I'm breaking Ken Patera and Masa Sato out of Waukesha County Jail. If they can wreck a McDonald's, they can dodge a ball." Okay. 3, "Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's," Ronald exclaimed. "Put down your weapons and join me." 4, oh boy, it's in all caps. 4, "Hey, stop and shut up. I'm here retired and here you are fighting over burgers. Just come to McDonald's, Flubbery. Our burgers are cheap." 5, "Borglefee Borglefo Borglethumb, who disturbs the sleep of the ancient floppy shoed one. I shall break you just like our ice cream machine. Behold my true form in despair. He began to swell and morph into a giant." I did not do the rhyming of that as much of justice as I should have. That's really good. All right, go ahead and vote for your favorite choice, 1 through I believe 6. Okay. 1 through 5. What do we got here? I see a 3. I see a lot of 3s. What was 3? Okay. 3 is really good. I like 3. I like them all. But 3 was the one that if I had a vote, 3 was my vote. I'm only saying that because a lot of other votes are in and no one else is just like all saying 3. 5's catching up. Looks like we have 5. I think 3's got it. Got 4. No, I have 4 and 4. Last chance. Anyone have a tiebreaker? I need a tiebreaker between 3 and 5.
Well,
there it
5
is.
wins the length award.
Nope. Kabuki's in. Kabuki's got it. 3 it is. I'm gonna make just because of the technology, I'm gonna take out that quote. All right, so I have opened up the submissions again. I'm going to shut this off and read through the story while you think and submit your next answers. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burger's Borgle. "Fire!" shouted Flubbery. "Oh, no, you don't!" exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald. He was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. "Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's," Ronald explained. "Put down your weapons and join me." How come we always have like fights over fast food at FURSQUARED? All right, submissions are open.
Um,
Oh, sorry, I caught that vote late, Shally. Yep, in the screen. I keep trying to make sure the screen is at the bottom, because usually when you're writing, it's kind of most relevant at this point in the story to know where the last few lines left off. It's getting dark in here. Trivia night will not be with the vampires. Like this is as Christian Slater as things are going to get tonight. Have you seen that movie? It's a good movie. Interview with the Vampire. I forget if everyone in that movie is just a vampire, and I think the interview aspect of it is just superfluous. Superfluous. I don't know why I tried to turn that into a fluid.
oh,
Superfluous.
go get hit by a ball of oobleck.
All right, I got 5 in. So I'm going to give you like 30 more seconds to wrap up what you're doing, and then I'm going to put them up on the screen. What's funny about that back to that casino, like, they didn't cut any of the violence out of the film. They only cut out the language.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean,
Of course.
we're full-blown hypocrites here. Don't worry.
That's all right. All right. I believe I have all the answers. I'm going to organize them here.
Ever since Walking Dead and that bat scene, there's basically nothing edited on TV anymore as far as violence.
Did they... Oh, I'm going to have to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry, I had no way to get to anything that would mute that.
Occasionally I do that on the day job Zoom meetings, and then it's if people see that I'm about to sneeze and don't have time to mute, they're all racing to mute because
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, I produce decibels.
All right, so the last line in the story was, he rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch, "Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's," Ronald explained. "Put down your weapons and join me." 1. "Not so fast," exclaimed the helicopter-mounted owner of Chick-fil-A, Sato Kaiba. You activated my trap card." 2. Quote, 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 "Who is it this time, Ronnie?" Wendy was used to calling her partner back to bed. 3. Flubbery threw his briefcase at the clown, silencing him. 4. "If you join me, then together we can rule the fast food industry as father and son." 5. Flubbery was not interested. "No, I will not concede. Borglers, let him have it. I will take care of Bob myself." 6. "Your unicorn horns can penetrate the special defenses, the Burger King." 7. They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty, bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. All right, 1 through 7. Vote. And I got that one, Denim. I got to vote for 2 in there. Looks like I got 2 for 7, 2 for 1, 3 for 1. So 1 is the leader right now with 4 votes. 7's behind by 1 vote. 7's now tied. We got a tie between 7. Oh, we got 1 more vote for 7 there. A few more seconds to vote, and then I'm going to call it. 7's in the lead. Man, who needs a thing that counts all the votes? Who needs that? I believe in pepper terms, this is what we call a straw poll, right? This is a...
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I should know that.
It's okay. We can talk about delegate and trustee forms of... yeah. Okay, I'm going to add this one and read it. Well, I have to make sure. Update the doc for everyone. Submits on top of stuff. Okay. Doc is cleared. These answers are cleared out. So you are cleared to submit again. And I'm going to turn this off so you can see the story as I read it. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. But another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flebbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they could Borgle any burgers Borgle. "Fire!" shouted Flebbery. "Oh, no, you don't!" exclaimed Bob, as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. "Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's," Ronald explained. "Put down your weapons and join me." They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty, bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. Where would you like to pick it up from there? As I try to find all of the chats. What's funny is this new computer actually can support more things. Oh, who's in the chat? Someone joined our thing. Well, you're off center until Kiki gets out of here. What do we got here? Oh, thank you. Thank you for popping out of there. I got one submission in there. Oops, click that. I hope all of the writing. I hope this was. Hey Koya, how's it going? We're playing the story writing creative think group think exercise that is Scribbles and Bits. Welcome.
Yeah.
If you would like to join us, this is how to join us. You're submitting the next line in the story, and we vote by popular vote on which one you like best. It gets added to the story. We have about, I think we go 20 more minutes, so we probably have a few more lines of the story and then the moral, and then we'll wrap it up, because I think we all have somewhere to get, like, all the time zones are weird. 35 minutes from now, I think I need to actually be somewhere. So we can't run over. All right, I have about 4 answers in there. I'll give you about 30 seconds to wrap it up. But yeah, certainly feedback on if this seemed pretty seamless and kind of the best way to do it. So I feel I'm pretty happy with how. What do you think, Dragor? This seems you've submitted some answers. It's probably the most seamless way to do it, because if you're on mobile, it works. And because I know some people are in Discord.
The thing I would want to figure out is how to turn each batch of answers into a Discord poll. Like, if there's a quick way to just copy paste and get the formatting right for that, that would be cool.
Yeah, I had a way to do that, but I didn't know for sure how the chat stuff was going to work out, and I figured we were going to have split chat, and I'm like, I don't have it. I don't have a cross-platform thing to use, so I'm like, nope, we're going to do it this way. But yep, that was my thoughts exactly. All right, I have enough answers. If you hit submit right now, I'll put it in. But I'm gonna set these up to go. Someone figured out how to do things, and I'm gonna blame.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, well, you know who I'm gonna blame.
Me.
Yep. Right, I just saw one come in, and that is the last answer I'm going to take for the round. Let's see. So when I copy these over, it's hard to find the where the cutoff line is. Where is it? And the tails, blah 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 blah. Okay, and that's why. Okay, I found it. I found my problem. I'm just not very smart. That's the problem. All right. I have my answers. So the last line was, they both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty, bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. And your answers are, and neither did his pockets as he proceeded to buy all the burgers. Okay, that was number 1. Number 2, defeating the 2, but the Borglers' General Borgian led an uprising, overthrowing the Wendy's employees and ambushing Ronald McDonald. All right. 3. As he drew his giant French fry sword and slowly stepped forward, join me or perish. 4. They all broke into a cold sweat at the thought of bearing the brunt of his quarter-pounder. 5. And the tales of his grilling those who displeased him was the stuff of legends, just like the brand new God Emperor flame-grilled unicorn burger new form McWindy's. 6. And his on-makeup face was a fierce sight to behold. Center screen wipe. Meanwhile, open quote. 7. They agreed to join forces and together stormed the butter burger capital of the Midwest, Culver's. All right, your choices 1 through 7. Go ahead and vote in chat. I'm going to say vote so I know where the cutoff is. Go ahead and vote. 1 through 7. How are we continuing the story? I love the Roman numerals. It's making me think in ways I should not need to be thinking right now. My mind is... No, this is mush. All right, so it looks like we have a whole bunch of different numbers. Do I have any doubles? 7 has 2 votes. And I believe that is the only thing to have 2 votes. 6 now has 2 votes. So 7 and 6 both have 2 votes. A few more seconds to vote. At the moment, let's see. I believe 6 would win on sheer length. Glad to help. Love it. If you all start typing numerals, it's gonna be it's gonna take like 5 minutes for me to count all these. What's really funny is
you
Ring
just get to claim translation errors and pick what you want.
Oh.
Remember, you're in control here.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not in control of any of this.
I'm pulling the curtain back.
Oh, dear. If it was my choice, I would just pull out my Shel Silverstein book that's right over here, my film snobbery book that's holding up this camera, and I would just start writing passages in from the book. Wait a minute. I'll get on that in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It looks like 7 is our winner. Oh, dear Lord. What is happening? Obscurity Leopard, thanks for the follow. You get a cookie. That's Cookie Monster. Very excited to get a very large cookie. All right, 7 wins. Now that I can see things. That goes here. His rage knew no bounds. All right, I have cleared out the doc, so I know where the next, where the submissions will come in. I will read the story again. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pooled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burgers Borgle. Fire! Shouted Flubbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob, as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's, Ronald explained, but put down your weapons and join me. They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty. Bowing in fears, he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. They agreed to join forces and together stormed the butter burger capital of the Midwest, Culver's. Go ahead and continue the story as you see fit. And I cleared out the answer. Yep. But again, as always, a panel like this is really only possible with the cooperation and everyone in the audience kind of making this all work. So I really appreciate it because, I mean, despite all the tech stuff happening here, it seems to be working pretty well. So I'm happy. Good. This also probably is going to be the longest. Are we on page 3? We are on page 3.5. I know it's large font, but we have to be getting close, if not already exceeding the longest Scribbles and Bits we've ever had. You think? We got to be close. Minus the fact that there isn't a base 64 encoded PNG file in the story. I'm not sure we're ever going to beat that. All right, I got a few submissions in here. So you probably got about a minute left to get a submission in. And given the amount of time we have left, consider this probably about, if this is probably the third to last submission of the story, besides the moral. So maybe not so much on this line, but in the next couple submissions, we got to wrap the story up. Oh, I'm liking these. All right, a few more seconds. I have 5 submissions.
Sorry, the admin duties have been incredible during this panel.
When I watch this back and I'm just watching it like I'm watching like a demon type with their avatar. And they're not talking. What are they doing? What are they doing this entire time? All right, if you hit submit right now, I'll take it, but I'm organizing the list here and about to read them off. Someone did not start something with a capital letter. That threw me off.
I mean, to be fair, I did submit another answer this time.
I have no idea how I'm going to read that. All right. Oh, dear. Okay.
Bring them up. I'll read them this time.
All right, cool. All right, so the
I
last...
should at least contribute something.
The last line was, his rage knew no bounds. They agreed to join forces and together stormed the butter burger capital of the Midwest, Culver's.
But they had their work cut out for them because the entirety of the attendees and staff of FURSQUARED were there to defend their homeland. The battle was short and sweet. Free frozen custard. There was a nefarious catch. Each sprinkle cost $5,000, unknowingly bankrupting the invading forces. 3. Who was defended by a legion of furry fandom warriors such as Alkali the Ferret Kale Monster, Iggy the Mighty Dinosaur, and Xander the Legendary Dragon. 4. Yet on the horizon, the grand army of Burger King appeared with their French fry spears, charging to destroy the Alliance. 5. Waiting on one of the Culver's patented big blue benches, taking a long drag on a fat blunt, was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only Big Buff Beastly Better Butter Burger Behemoth. 6. It's time to cause a stink, proclaimed Bob. Let's do this! Flibberry rocked. The unicorns, hamburglars, and Mr. McDonald broke into Culver's, weapons in hand.
All right, those are your 6 answers. I think I'm going to have Security Leopard. I think I'm going to have Culver's tomorrow in honor of this.
I want cheese turds.
Go ahead and vote for your answer. It's like 5 is the current front runner. Now it's a tie. 5 is definitely the front runner. Probably enough to win unless I see a whole bunch of votes for something else. I'm going to start putting 5 into the document because I'm pretty sure 5 is the winner. Oh, 5 also included an extra space. Well done on the grammar there. Yeah, 5 is our winner. All right, so can we see? Can't see this yet. Okay. All right. From the top. As I clear out the submission doc. Okay, submissions are open again. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. But another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burgers Borgle. Fire! Shouted Flubbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's, Ronald explained. Put down your weapons and join me. They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty, bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. They agreed to join forces, and together stormed the Butterburger capital of the Midwest, Culver's, waiting on one of Culver's patented big blue benches. Taking a long drag on a fat blunt was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize
There was a rest to
that
that. The one and only, wasn't there more?
No, I don't think. Well, let me check. No, it just says the one and only. I'm not sure what you read, but the submission says the one and only. Oh no!
No,
it did not copy
it's the...
correctly. It's the name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hang on,
like,
I
wait,
gotta
I had
get
to
my
read that thing
name.
out loud.
I'm dumb. I gotta fix the name.
Operator error.
No, it when I went to copy it over, it just destroyed it. That was neat. Excuse me.
Or is it on the next page because it's so long?
It's players have figured out how to submit end lines, and I had it in the doc. It just for some reason didn't copy it, and it just ate it when I copied it over. It's my mistake. All right. So taking a long drag on a fat blunt was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only big buff beastly better butter burger behemoth. That doesn't have any stops in it. I have to say that faster. But all right, the doc is clear.
Big buff beastly better butter burger behemoth.
That's pretty good. Thank you, Skyrim. We got it. We got it. Chat's all over me too about that one. I really love
My
that
favorite
one.
Robin Williams joke. They're all over you like shit on Velcro.
Oh, that sounds
See,
terrible.
it conjures up such a horrible mental image. It's wonderful.
How do you manage that? That just seems bad. It just seems really bad. Is there a way to view this where I can show? No.
Oh, I have been blowing through your curse repository for this, huh?
My what?
Your curse words repository.
Oh, barnacles.
Barnacle Jones.
All right, a few seconds, and I'm gonna take that answer. This is the second to last line in the story.
Ooh, we're there?
Yeah, we're there. We're at 15 after. We got a few minutes left.
That's good, because I forgot to go before this panel, so...
You too, huh? It too brute. All right, so the last line of the story was... do you want to read them again? I can pull that up for you. Taking a long drag on a fat blunt was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only Big Buff Beastly Better Butter Burger Behemoth.
Say it again, faster.
Big Buff Beastly Better Butter Burger Behemoth.
Big Buff Beastly Better Butter Burger Behemoth.
You're faster than me. All right, here's the answers. Number 1, Ronald Brump. Number 2, Fur in a bathrobe. 3, the unlikely alliance quivered in terror and began retreating, having massive regrets. Not even the empire of Milky Way candy bars could save them if they stayed and fought. 4, as the battle waged on, there was suddenly a loud crash. Everyone looked over and saw Colonel Sanders. 5, one puff later and it was all over. 1 through 5, go ahead and vote for how you would like to continue the story.
Part of this is my problem in that I forgot to list my do not disturb times throughout this, so I apologize. That's my bad. That was poor coordination on my part.
Oh dear. Looks like 5 is the current leader. 4 is running a close bargain. Oh, I'm actually going to do a real count.
Wait. I gotta vote.
3 for 3, View for 2. It looks like 5 has 1, 2, 3, 4 votes. 4 has 3 votes. 3 has 3 votes. So it looks like 5 is going to be the winner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 is... Does 2 have enough now? 2 only has 2 votes. Okay. With 4 votes. One puff later, and it was all over. All right, so this is going to be the last line of the story. I've opened up submissions. I will read the story once again while you're typing. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing borglers. The borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can borgle any burger's borgle. Fire! Shouted Flubbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the borglar beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch, Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's, Ronald explained. Put down your weapons and join me. They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty, bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. They agreed to join forces and together stormed the Butterburger capital of the Midwest, Culver's. Waiting on one of Culver's patented big blue benches, taking a long drag on a fat blunt, was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only Big Buff Beastly Better Butterburger Behemoth. One puff later and it was all over. How do you want to end the story? This is not the moral. This is just how do you want to end the story? But this is it. Whatever gets voted as the winner of this one is how the story ends. And then we'll do the moral. And that's it. Or as they say in Casino, that's that.
The real question is, do we have even distribution of blueberries?
I love that scene. The funny thing is when you buy muffins from like your local super grocery store, your Super Grover grocery store. That's funny. Submit that. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, it's all right. I didn't know. There was someone earlier that made a comment in chat that was actually a comment and not a submission. No biggie. What was this? Oh yeah, the muffin. I love that scene because that's just like attention to detail, and that scene very much, as far as I know, really happened. Sam Rothstein was quite the attention to detail. Oh, that one was good. I just saw one get submitted. I like that one. These are all pretty good.
Hey, let's do a crossover. Doctor Who meets Sam Rothstein.
I don't know what would happen. That would be... Whoa. Like the TARDIS would... I mean, the first thing is you have to have like fuzzy dice in the TARDIS, like you have in like those cars. I'll give you a few more seconds.
Lovey the Boombox is asking, how do they play this?
So, we are writing a story, and we write a story collaboratively. We're kind of at the end of this, but just to show you what we were doing.
Would you like me to read the story thus far?
Sure, if you'd like to. I'm gonna get the last answers set up. Go for it.
So, each sentence of this story has been submitted and voted on by the group. So imagine all of the things that didn't make it into this story. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals, but another unicorn had nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing borglars. The borglars pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, which they can borgle any burger's borgle. Fire! Shouted Flubbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the borglar beam, creating an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch, Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's, Ronald explained. Put down your weapons and join me. They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty. Bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. They agreed to join forces and together stormed the Butterburger capital of the Midwest, Culver's. Waiting on one of the Culver's patented big blue benches, taking a long drag on a fat blunt, was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only Big Buff Beastly Better Butterburger Behemoth. Damn it. Big Buff Beastly Better Butterburger Behemoth. Big Buff Beastly Better Butterburger Behemoth. One puff later, and it was all over.
And here are the answers of how we're going to. This is the wrap up of the story. We're wrapping up the story here, and then we'll have one more round for the moral. So if you just came in and you want to play for the last round of the moral, you can do that. I gave you all the links in the chat. All right, so how are we ending the story? One, in quote, bracket. The camera pans back on the Culvers, and the majority shareholder looks up to the sky, and the credits roll, displaying the line, which presumably would be the moral. 2. The defeated alliance disbanded and were charged by the Grand Court of Frozen Custard. Their era was over and they vanished from public view. 3. Which is what she said, and that's why you should eat more chicken. 4. The puff, combined with the delicious Culver's root beer he had consumed, hit the army like a brick, instantly mellowing them all out. Hey man, why do we gotta fight? Asked Bob. The war is over! Hurrah for Butterburgers! Exclaimed Ronald. 5. Never send a man to do a douchebag's job, exhaled Uncle Kage after another nice long drag of his blunt. Oh dear. Go ahead and vote. So, vote for which answer you would like to finish the story. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Yeah, somebody remembered about Bob.
What about Bob?
What about Bob? It's a shame about Ray, Drager.
It's a what?
It's a shame about Ray. It's a grunge song from the 90s. I was just thinking of like all those songs that are like that have someone's name in it. Like, didn't Boston have like 10 ballads? Every like 80s band had to have a song. I see a lot of ones. I got 4 1s, 2 2s, 3 2s, still 4 1s, 3 4s. Any other votes? It looks like 1 is going to take it, which really sets up this last round. Last chance, 5 seconds. All right, 1 is going to take it. So your story is going to be this. So I will clear out the dock. Oops, not like that. All right. And read the story as I clean this up so everyone can see. All right, so I've opened up the submission doc for morals of the story. The story is over. We have written the story. Now, what is the moral of the story? For those keeping score at home, this round is worth double points. Twice times 0 is still 0. Here's your story to write the moral on while you go ahead and write those submissions in. It was a dark and stormy night, and Bob the Unicorn was in the mood for mayhem. He decided to cause some stink for other individuals. But another unicorn had other nefarious plans. Flubbery the Unicorn appeared, and with him came his army of burger-stealing Borglers. The Borglers pulled for their secret weapon, the Borgulator Ray, with which they can Borgle any burgers Borgle. Fire! Shouted Flubbery. Oh, no, you don't! Exclaimed Bob as he fired his laser horn at the Borgler beam, created an aurora of light that illuminated the night. The bright light woke up retired clown mascot Ronald McDonald, and he was most displeased. He rolled up his window and shouted at the bunch. Gentlemen, this is a Wendy's, Ronald explained. Put down your weapons and join me. They both fell back in awe of Ronald's majesty. Bowing in fear as he beckoned them forth. His rage knew no bounds. They agreed to join forces and together stormed the Butterburger capital of the Midwest, Culver's. Waiting on one of Culver's patented big blue benches, taking a long drag on a fat blunt, was the majority shareholder of Culver's LLC, the one and only big buff beastly better Butterburger behemoth. 1 puff later and it was all over. The camera pans back on the Culvers, and the majority shareholder looks up to the sky and the credits roll, displaying the line. What? Got a few submissions here. I will give you a few. Yes, Lovey. That's what happens in this game. If someone misspells something, it is meant as no offense to anyone, but however you type it, is we fully assume that's what you meant, for better or for worse. It is meant to be funny and not a jab at anyone's spelling, or if your phone does something weird. Sometimes it makes a really fun moment, and we just let the natural improv of that happen. Yes.
Yeah, there are very few things we have thrown out over the years.
The only thing I ever have to throw out is from children, Dragor. Actual children.
I know! The children are full of swears. It is incredible. Like, we are doing... When we run this panel at cons, it's
few
at
seconds
noon.
for
It's during the day. You get the parents and kids showing up, and, we say, hey, you can submit whatever you want, whatever you write down, we'll read off, except This is a PG panel, etc., etc. And then we'll get some incredibly well-written, colorful language, and we'll go, this is a great response, but we can't read this out loud. And, all the adults are looking around, and then you see, like, two 12-year-olds giggling fiercely because they're the culprits.
All right, I am numbering these all up. This is gonna be a long one. I'm gonna go through many of them quickly, but they will be on the screen. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. All right, I got 2 more I'm adding, and then that'll be it. All right, so here we are with the morals of the story. We have this whole center screen wipe business happening, setting up for the moral. Your morals are: 1, you can't pick your parents, but you can pick your Borgles. Just going to make a vote line here. Okay. Number 2, the moral of the story is this: unicorns are horny horses, and this story has been brought to you by Culver's. Enjoy a delicious butter burger combo today. 3, invest in cannabis, and you shall be rewarded with Culver's. 4, a burger in the Borgler is a Borgle in the Burl Lives. 5, don't Borgle burgers, otherwise Ronald McDonald will end the world. 6, don't miss out on our patented pepper grinder pub burger for a limited time only at Culver's. 7, don't screw with Culver's or you'll get your Borgler's burger buttered. 8, fast food is the gateway drug of capitalism, teaching children of worship to worship golden idol mascots. But hey, the frozen custard is delicious. 9, don't ever mess with the Culver's majority shareholder, steal burgers, fart on people, or wake up Ronald McDonald. 10, in this world of war and hunger, just remember this important life lesson: never go against a reefer-smoking CEO when death is on the line. 11, Scribbles and Bits is brought to you thanks to the support of Culver's and viewers like you. 12, unicorn meat makes the best burgers. Vote. What is the moral of the story? Oh, and 13 is never do evil stuff.
The motto that Google abandoned.
Question mark. Yeah. I like that Stallion says obligatory to. Give you a moment to vote. We're about to wrap this up. Let's see if there's another panel going on. It looks like the Size Matters cast that we're going to raid them after this on Twitch. In the schedule on the pinned in the chat that you're in, if you're in Discord for secondary events, says what else is going on. Feel free to check that out. I will be hosting them after this and saying hi and showing on some dinner watching them. And again, thanks everyone for coming to Scribbles and Bits. I will be back here later this evening, same time, same bat channel at 9 p.m. for the trivia night. And we have a whole bunch of stuff going on tomorrow all over the place. So be sure to check that out, including I've Got a Secret and Wait, Don't Fur Me. All right, what do we got for votes? 12. We got a 12. We got a lot of 2s. I think 2's our winner. Yeah, 2's the winner.
2 is a very good one.
Yeah, they're all very good. The moral of the story is... The moral of the story is this: unicorns are horny horses, and this story has been brought to you by Culver's. Enjoy a delicious Butterburger combo today. There you go. You have a link to the doc. I will go ahead and post this on the tweeters after the show. But again, thank you for joining us for Scribbles and Bits. I hope it was a great time. I hope everything went well. I'm very happy with how this worked out. Thank you very much again for Dragger. Check out Dragger Zippy Tanks on Twitch. You do a weekly podcast playing Doom with various people in the fandom and otherwise, furs in the fandom and otherwise. It's wonderful. Yeah. And anything else for First Squared? Hooray! We were about a little more than halfway through it.
Yeah. Thank you all for showing up to this.
Yep. Thank you very much, everyone. There's your story. Like I said, I'll get that out on Twitter, and we're gonna go raid the Size Matters cast. Take it easy, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye-bye.